Hello, kia ora, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us for our Monday weather update recorded on September the 18th. And we've certainly had some very windy weather over the past 24 hours or so, and much more on the way this week as we head towards the Spring Equinox, which is this coming Saturday. But check out the strong wind last night at Cape Turnagain between Hawke's Bay and Cook Strait, right on the eastern coastline there. Sustained winds of 189 kilometres an hour, and it gusted up to 244. Wind-wise, that's equivalent to a Category 4 South Pacific cyclone. That is significant. But because it's not a cyclone, it was only in that one spot. But this is a classic, what I like to call an air pressure sandwich, where you've got high pressure as the top piece of bread, low pressure as the bottom piece of bread, and the filling is the windy westerlies. And they are blowing all the way from Perth to Tasmania and across New Zealand. This is the roaring 40s coming to life. So here we are on Tuesday, and there's a brief break in the wind for some spots. Wellington this evening, your winds should briefly ease back before they come back in again tomorrow. For the north of the country, around Auckland and other windy spots like the Coromandel Peninsula, the winds ease back a little bit going into Tuesday. It's still off and on all week, but that high pressure zone just drops down. And if you think about the high pressure belt coming out of the Indian Ocean across Australia and off here to the north, think of it as like a ceiling. And so when this windy weather comes up, it gets capped. It can't go any higher. And so it gets squashed underneath or to the south of these high pressure zones. So that's the reason why here on Tuesday, as the next stormy system comes in, the windy weather goes up, all those isobars, the lines on the map, they all get squashed together. And that means windier weather coming through. And that's what you see here in the southeastern corner of Australia on Tuesday. So by Wednesday, there's a proper storm down here, well to our south, down near Antarctica, but it's surging up another cold front, another dusting, another flurry of snow on the tops of the mountains around Tasmania, another burst of gale force winds around coastal parts of Victoria. But it's New Zealand that's going to get the worst of this weather, because the high pressure zone right here puts a cap on that wind. So as it comes out of Australia and tries to move in, that high kind of pushes back against it, and that in itself makes for windier weather. So damaging gales possible again on Wednesday, and then surging northwards on Thursday. As that high moves away, that does allow a little bit of pressure to be relieved. But this is another significantly windy day on Thursday around many parts of the country, Wellington and eastern areas, and then the heavy rain in the south as well. So let's just take a closer look at Thursday, same map, but just closer version, and heavy rain in that southwestern corner. Now that will spill over into Southland. It moves around a bit, the numbers, but basically the closer you are to Fiordland, the higher the chances of heavier rain, and the further you are towards Dunedin, the lower those rainfall totals get. It's a colder, more wintry day over here in the south eastern corner of Australia, and I forgot to mention, on Wednesday, Sydney could be up into the mid-30s. What a difference it'll be on Thursday as that southerly comes in. So a pretty hot burst of weather for Sydney and New South Wales to kick off this week, but a cool down on Thursday. But that heat will be pushing in across New Zealand on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as well. So eastern areas, mid-20s, maybe even the late 20s possible if the sun's out and the warm winds arrive at just the right time. So on Friday, that warm air is still around the North Island. Hawke's Bay should be pretty mild on Friday, but there is the cold front moving northwards. And so Southland, your rain breaks away to showers, and then you start to see that cold front moving up the country with a cooler airflow behind it. And Australia, high pressure moving back in again. So a bit of a colder night, but the winds are dying down for you. And our final map for Saturday shows two big high pressure zones with a bit of weather going on in between them. And this is that rain band, that cold front moving up, gets stuck between the two highs. Northerlies on that side, southerlies on the other. That can weaken the front because of all the high pressure, but it can also make the rain stall. And so if you get a heavy fall that lingers for a while, that can be noticeable. But we are expecting some rain to sort of slow down as it moves into the North Island. Keep an eye on our ruralweather.co.nz website. Really good at keeping up to date with those rainfall totals. And another cold front just coming into the south here on Saturday. Temperatures dropping again. So Saturday is the Spring Equinox. That is when officially after that point, our days become longer than the nights. And so that is the official kind of start to spring on a global point of view, but it's very obvious that our spring weather has already arrived. That's all from me for today. See you again tomorrow, Tuesday, with our next update. We'll see you then.